I said I was going to take a break. I had quarter of a break, and we're right back into it to the Group S cars rolling out on track. And these cars can be, for many race fans, the reasons they come to the track. And well, there's there's over 30 reasons why. This is a great field. Some major exotic pieces of machinery. And with that as the lead into, I'd like to welcome Ross Jackson and Emmett Dean. Ross, you're not out there on track. The DeTomaso, the Pantera, everyone keeps reminding you, I'll just stay with the trend. Be cool to see you back out there, but thank you so much for bringing your wealth of knowledge to the commentary call with Emma and myself today.
It's a pleasure, an absolute delight to be here at this glorious track on what's got to be a perfect winter's day. I'm so excited for this race. We're going to see some of the guys who are normally further up the field coming through from the back. I'm talking about the best driver in Group S, and I'd say one of the best drivers in historic racing in Australia, Damien Meyer, coming from rear of grid.
Yes.
Tommy Walstab, who has been wrestling with what we call in Porsche 928s the green wire of death overnight, and has apparently fixed his electrical problems. He's coming from rear of grid. Perry Spiritus, who hilariously jumped in the wrong car and started to enter the track in his 2022 Porsche in a Group S race yesterday before he realised, oh, whoops, wrong car, not regularity, should be in the Corvette. He's starting from rear of grid as well. So we've got a very exciting race ahead of us, and I'm missing not being there in the yellow peril, but hey, we'll have it back by Sandown.
Well, I'll say, like I said yesterday, I came here to see the Pantera, and it's great to have you here giving us all of your amazing enthusiasm there as well. Em, let's have a look at the grid sheet, how these cars will line up.
Well, just before that, Darren, I was lured here under the promise of a yellow Pantera. So, I am absolutely devastated.
Sounds like I'm going to be done for misleading and deceptive conduct.
And I've got an apology for Mr. Webster Senior, Alex's dad, for shouting out a 3-litre in that Carrera that Alex hooned around the track yesterday, and it's actually a 2.7. And then Alex spent his evening sending me videos of in-car of his Conqueror on track yesterday.
I've got to say,
I've got 3 angles.
I've got to say, thank God he did, because it kept us entertained during dinner watching all those fantastic videos. Let's have a look at the grid quickly before they jump away. Douglas Barber will lead them away to Joseph Di Bartoli. Terry Lawlor will be a major threat in this one, and something we just got told is that Jeff Morgan has got the Bathurst gearbox in that car, so could be a bit of a concern. There's no concern out of car number 7, starting out of position number 5, Alex Webster, definitely a 2.7. Ray Narkowitz in the Corvette there. Sam Narkowitz is the next one. Hung Du in that Datsun, and that is being absolutely driven magnificently. When you look at the machinery in front of him, taking a Datsun to a gunfight is very, very brave, and he drove brilliantly yesterday. Hugh Harrison in the Alpha, John Floyd, Don Bartley, John Geese, James Abbottson, Andrew Wilson, Scott Farquharson, Ryan Koenig, you've got to be careful with that one, saying it fast. Ryan Koenig, Paul Hogan, no, not the Channel 9 or the Crocodile Hunter, as we jump away, and it is Barber again. Have a look at Webster. Car 7 bobs his nose into screen, but it'll be the 911 leading the field through. Morgan plugs the gap and says, no, mate, I've got a lot more experience in Porsches than you, Alex. And Alex says, well, I'm pretty quick. The number 8 charges up there as well.
Oh, look at Terry Lawlor coming down. Oh!
Everybody holds their hats on. The number 8 gathers it all back up. Narkowitz takes evading action. Everybody breathes again. Hung Du says, come on, everyone, let's get on with it. We've got to get out after these Porsches out in front there. But, wow, that Shelby just getting sideways on the grass. I hope you two have got your breath back.
I need a shot of something.
Terry's going to need a change of underwear after that one.
Absolutely. I reckon I'm getting about 4 other videos from Alex tonight of the in-car. Although he has put a camera into Tom's 928, so can't wait to see if Tom does any hunting.
Jeff Morgan there positioning himself very, very nicely. A real clever run into 1 and 2 with Alex charging at him. Jeff used all those years of experience in Porsche Cup. Just placed his car nicely, didn't block, didn't do anything, just put the car right where he knew that a fellow Porsche couldn't get through here. Big lock up on the rears there for 911. Doug Barber in the lead of this one.
And watch the Corvette's sheer V8 horsepower, try to get past Dougie Barber, can't quite cut it, but you can see Jeff Morgan. Jeff's got the Bathurst ratios, he's got the wrong gearbox for this track, but once he gets going, the corner speed, his talent will allow him to carry, will ensure that he's right up there amongst the front 2, 3. You can see Joe's all over the back of Dougie Barber here, and Jeff's keeping them in sight. You'll see the experience and the talent of Doug as he rips away in the 911, using all of that extraordinary powder weight ratio. Look at Tommy Wolstad coming up through the field. He's going to be carving his way through using the V8 power of the 928.
Beautiful smooth driving there by Tom. Just up on the ripple strip, gently used it to his advantage. And he's bringing some of the bigger cars through with him here. This is Group S. This is the real life part of Group S. Big fields, just smattered with history of racing. A couple of smiling sprites there. Em, you love the smiling sprites, don't you?
I do. I'm a sucker for them.
Yeah, so that's the thing about Group S. It's a great way to get into a Stokes because no matter what you're driving, you will have someone to race with and you will be having the time of your life.
Out in the front at the moment, this guy here has done a magnificent job. It can't be easy to present a car like this in race-winning fashion weekend after weekend throughout the Australian sort of historic scene. But the 911 or 911 of Doug Barber is doing a brilliant job. You've got to hand it to the guy in the Corvette behind too. This is not a track that a Corvette is going to totally enjoy, but you've got to hand it to him, loving it, absolutely having the time of his life. When you're taking it up to 3 or 4 911s, and there's 2 Corvettes in the mix here, a Stingray iteration there, and then the older version in this mix as well. And
Joe DeTomaso is one of the nicest guys you'd ever meet, but when he gets that helmet on, you see the way he can drive that Corvette's fantastic. Look at Alex coming through here, picking up Ray Narkovitz.
Yeah, the good drivers tend to have split personalities. There's helmet on, helmet off personality. But just a moment for that livery on Doug Barber's car, the Martini livery. It's just gorgeous. Love those retro liveries on the 911s.
Let's have a look at some of these MG midgets as they push their way through the field, coming through turns 1 and 2. Got themselves nice. There's an Alpha. We've got an all Alpha field coming up later on as well. So if you're here and you love the Italian brand, plenty of Alphas down in the pit area at the moment. Couple really enjoying the Group S racing. So they're getting a double dip at Winton here this weekend. Big wide run there for our race leader. Coming past the GMSV sign onto the old back straight out of turn 9.
And you can see Perry Spiritus in the pale yellow Corvette's also working his way through the field.
So Perry is definitely started down off 33rd in this one, and Perry's currently made himself up to 23rd and dealing with a great guy of Victorian Motorsport is Chris Ralph just in front of him in his MG as well. Storming across the line, there goes Jeff Morgan. There goes the second one of the Narkowitz Corvettes and our race leader.
Gee, with 3 minutes to go, Darren, there's not a comfortable lead that Doug has over Joe in that vet.
But what you'll find is most probably he will be able to use the braking capacity of the 911 to keep ahead of Joe. The race is probably not long enough for Joe's brakes to start to go off, but that is something that does happen with the Corvettes in a longer race compared to a 911.
Tom Wolstad just getting a short back and side from the 53 Alpha going through there, which is Andrew Wilson coming onto the old straight. But we go with the leaders and around Tank up to Gumtree and pretty much holding station. The interesting thing here, Em, is that the big charge from the rear by Alex Webster yesterday in car number 7 has kind of been halted at the moment. He's been held back into position number 5 and really isn't making too much ground up on the cars in front.
Yeah, the problem is when you got those vets up the front though, they just charge away on those straights. So I mean the Porsche, like to reiterate Ross's point, the Porsches have it under braking all the time. You just kind of have to force a mistake if you can. You've got to cover the mirrors, you've got to put that pressure on and see if someone makes a mistake somewhere just to get through.
On camera now, we've got Ray Narkovitz. Now, notice that is a much older Chevy Corvette. That's a 1963 or 4 car, whereas Joe's is a much later 69 car, so it's got the 350, whereas Ray's has a 327 cubic inch, yet he's still holding him. Look at him coming through here. Fantastic driving by Ray Narkovitz. There it is, and what a beautiful car that is.
There's Alex Webster, we were talking about, charge from the rear of the field. And the master of GoPros is Alex.
And the president.
And kept us all entertained last night with his in-car footage. So thanks for that, Alex. Very much appreciate all of that. Into the sweeper he goes. And a guy that... he respects his machinery, but he knows it's a race car, and that's what he's using it for. At the moment, it's just his push forward has been sort of halted a little bit.
There's a fantastic video, my favourite, of my car, which is Alex and me dicing at Sandown. Just says 911 versus Pantera. It's up on YouTube, but it's great. We just diced the whole race.
Well, at this point, Ross, I'm not even sure if you've got a Pantera. I mean, that's what I came for. I haven't seen it at all.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'll show you the pictures if you want.
I'm sure he's going to be motivated after this weekend to get the Pantera back, as we've got Alex Webster now having a look at the car. 6 on screen. Gee, he's pinching up that left front brake as he takes all the weight over onto the right-hand wheel and pushes through. Just starting to come through some of the back markers here in the Group S race. We've got just under a minute on the time certain clock, so they'll go around. They'll get another 2 laps out of this.
Well, we've just lost Damien Meyer. He's in the pits. Not sure what's going on there, but that's a shame. We'll see him in the MGs and Inviteds later on, hopefully taking it to Phil Chester again. It's
absolutely immense. Here's a couple of bug eyes out there. Car number 152.
They're just happy to be here,
aren't they? Barry Cocaine, synonymous with racing, the Austin Healey Sprite. Just under 1 litre capacity there. Gee, I just doubled their engine size, didn't I? Just under 1 litre capacity. But when you look at the lap times, it always bamboozles me. The old argument, power to weight ratio, and I'm going to say power to fun ratio at the absolute top end of the score sheet there.
Yes, they weigh very little, and what they'd give for 2 litres though.
Yeah, that's right. I should not have said that. The other one there, Greg Prunster in the Austin Healey Sprite there as well, and car number 42. He's dealing with a couple of fire-breathing Porsches and Corvettes at the moment.
Morgan's all over the back of Joe DeTomaso now.
Everywhere you look on track at the moment, there's great little battle packs, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars in a row lined up. Here we go down into turn number 3. It's an older Porsche, of course an air-cooled
That's Ryan
Porsche
Koenig
there as well, doing a terrific job. And he's holding off a whole lot of midgets. It looks like a Triumph TR there as well. Not a GT.
That's a 2 litre early Porsche 911E, so not like the 911 Carreras that you're seeing from the mid to late 70s up the front of the field. A much older, short wheelbase Porsche, but a beautiful car, always well presented and extremely well driven.
They're looking left and right now. There's a midget, the number 75, and that's Brian Weston. He's pushing very, very hard on the number 50 now, Ryan Koenig, as Ross just mentioned. But they're bottled up behind here. The Porsche are obviously getting that the power down, and nicely there's an Alpha in the mix and an MGB off the back of this group, and they really are battling it out.
Group S Racing on display there, showing how you can have fun in a battle pack no matter what you're driving, and all those guys will be having an absolute ball.
So they're battling it out for just outside the 20. And we are on our final lap for this race number 2 for the weekend for Group S. A field with something for everybody in it. When you look down the entry list, you've got beautiful pieces of machinery from the UK, from Germany, from North America, Italy, all mixed in here. That Triumph in the middle there, beautiful looking car.
And you'll notice how clean the racing is. Group S guards its reputation for fast, clean racing very jealously, and we recognise the beauty of these cars, and it's a non-contact sport, but we race hard and we race for fun.
Paul Hogan in the Triumph GT6 there, doing a good job.
Here comes Dougie.
He's going to Reek the checkered flag.
Yes, there he is.
And
Joe holds on for second.
Doug Barber's taken it away. We did lose Perry Spiridis, Andre Brett and Daniel Meyer in the end there, so they must have come into trouble.
There's our winners taking the checkered flag, the Porsche, Doug Barber.
Great drive by Joe DeTomaso to hold second in a car that's very heavy. Yes, huge amounts of horsepower, but just has not got the handling or the brakes that a Porsche does, but very well set up and a great drive by Joe.
How cool is it with the left hooker here at Winton? You can come past and just about give the fans
I was
past
about
there,
to say.
give them a high five as you go past.
I thought it was Alex giving us a wave, commentary box wave.
But here come the
Barry Cocaine, yes.
Yeah, great battle there. And there's that Shelby that got it all wrong on the first lap of this race, and I'm not sure which one of those squirrely tyre marks going into turn 3 there were his, but I wouldn't say a joyride.
No, and I would suggest that if it was a driver of lesser ability than Terry, who's one of the best, that may not have ended well.
Good to see the Porsche waving there to the crowd as well, Tom Volstab.
Great drive by Hong Do as usual. Johnny Geist.
You know, the last time I saw a 240Z driven like that, it was probably in Box Hill for the wrong reasons.
Whole field of cars coming through. Narkwitz, Harrison, Floyd, Tom Walstab home in 10th, Bartley, Hung Du, Geist, Wilson, Ashby, Koenig, Weston, and that rounds out our 20M. Ross, thank you very much for Group S. Very, very popular with the people here at Trackside. Great call. And we've got Group S on again later today at 2:50. We'll take ourselves a quick break. The Crocodile Hunter as we jump away, and it is Barber again. Number 8 charges up there as well.
Oh, look at Terry Lawlor coming down.
Oh! Everybody holds their hats on. The number 8 gathered it all back up. Everyone behind took evasive action as we see the next field just forming up down there, and we will have Brett Florence joining me for